Hi, and welcome back to the 10-minute Minecraft chat, episode 3. I've kind of been thinking about this whole day about what to discuss, and just what to talk about and what I'm thinking and feeling. And I had a conversation with one of my good friends about jobs. I'm sorry for the lag there at the start. It might happen again a little bit during this, just because my PC is having a bit of a shitter today. But I was talking to one of my good friends about this, about kind of motivation and how to kind of keep going when things are bad. And there's a lyric by NF. I can't remember what song it's on, but he says, what if my it's something along the lines of, what if my negative thinking is just realistic? And I feel like I can kind of relate to that, whether that's with say for example with a job. I've applied for hundreds of jobs. I finished university about a year ago, and I haven't been able to get into the subject that I studied at university as a job. And I'll be honest, it has fucking absolutely killed me. It's killed a lot of motivation off for what I want to do. And that doesn't mean I've stopped trying. That doesn't mean that I've just been like, I'm giving up. I've done everything I can. I've done everything I possibly can. And I'm going to give up. No, that isn't, at least that's not how I think personally about the situation. I'm kind of just like, I'm going to keep going. It is shit. I want to acknowledge it's shit, but I'm going to keep going, because otherwise, what's the point? I'm going to just fucking sit here doing nothing. I'm going to work my shitty part-time job like for the rest of my life. No. I know, as bad as it's been, it has to kind of get better. There's no reason why it shouldn't get better, and that's a fucking difficult thing to kind of keep telling yourself over and over and over again, when you just, it almost feels like you just get setback every single time. That is an extremely fucking difficult thing to tell yourself, and like, I don't know, it's a thing where, like, for me personally, I mean, I'm in my mid-20s now. I almost feel like I'm running out of time, and I know I'm not. There's plenty of time to go. I mean, obviously, nothing is fucking guaranteed in life. Like, I could, there's every chance I might not even wake up tomorrow. And will I be satisfied with what I've done in my life so far? In all honesty, no. What have I accomplished? I've got my degree. I've gone to university, and I've currently got a job. I just got a part-time job. That isn't fucking, like, there's no way in hell I'm satisfied with that, like, whatsoever. It's just it's where I'm at the moment. It's where I'm at, and I guess it's the thing of, you've kind of got to try as hard as you can to not realize that this is it, that this is the end. Like, because there's so much time. Like I say, I could live for another 70 years for all I know. I could live for another 2 years. I want to. Obviously, I'd prefer to live for as long as I can and experience a life, have as much joy of life as I quite possibly can. But there's no guarantee for that. So I think this is where the motivation kicks in. Really kind of keeping yourself in high hopes. Cherishing everything that you do, cherishing everyone that's around you, whether it's friends, family members, a loved one, a partner, a fucking, I don't even know, a situationship, a talking stage, anything. Kind of, like, cherish it, because at some point it will go. At some point it might go. And yeah, it's kind of that thing of just being like, keeping yourself happy, trying to keep yourself happy at least. I think as well, a thing with motivation is, obviously, loads of people get burnt out. I've been burnt out before. While I was at university, I worked a job in the industry that I even want to go into. unfortunately, I got laid off from that after I finished my degree. But you know, I was working there for about 11 months, and I got sacked, and that fucking killed me. That genuinely killed me. I was like, I thought I was set. I thought I was fucking sorted, for when I finished uni, and I just wasn't. That killed me. It really fucking did kill me, and all I've done from then is, you know, not dwell on it, but I've been like, fuck. I still follow the company on social media, so I see their posts. I see the people who work there, you know, celebrating how much they enjoy the company, and it's kind of like it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, because I loved the company. I loved what we were doing. I loved the people inside of it, and I wanted to make it grow, and I wanted to make it better, and I feel like I did. So to then be obviously removed from that, it's just a kick in the teeth. But that hasn't stopped me from trying to pursue what I want to do. You know, I want to be fantastic at what I do. I want to be able to, you know, own my own company and be successful with it. That's my dream. I want to start my own company, which I'm in the process of doing, in all honesty, with one of my best mates. I mean, if not my best mate, you know, fuck it, yeah, I'm doing it with my best mate. I'm fucking making a company with a guy that I can fucking trust with anything, and I know that for a fucking fact. I've lived with him for 3 years prior at uni. Like I know the guy like a fucking, like the back of my hand. He's my fucking brother. You know, brother from another mother type thing. And he's got as much motivation as I do to make this shit fucking happen. You know, we're doing it. We're in the process of doing it. And who fucking knows? You know, you could see us at award shows in a couple of years, and I fucking hope so. And the chances are you'll never know that this was me on that stage. That's what I want to happen. And I will make it happen. Because there's no reason for me not to. As much, and I think another thing is kind of like, everyone wants to kind of be on this grind to constantly keep doing something and constantly keep pursuing something. And this, I guess, going back to the burnout thing earlier, it's like, sometimes you just kind of stop. You realise you don't want to fucking suffer this constant grind over and over and over again, because it's kind of just like, if you're constantly, I don't get me wrong, I get the point of constantly wanting to achieve better, and I fucking do. I really do want to achieve like as much as I can, and I guess kind of do as much as I can, but I also want to just enjoy my life. You know, I want to go on holiday, I want to go on trips, I want to fucking see the world, I want to experience different cultures, I want to meet new people, I want to go outside of my comfort zone. I want to go somewhere that I've never been. I don't look up anything, and I just fucking survive. You know, and that's, I guess that's not even just a thing of just traveling, for example. That's a thing of just life. That's kind of like pushing yourself into new territory that you've never been before to become comfortable in it, and you know, becoming, what's the term? Becoming comfortable in the uncomfortable. I know Anthony Bourdain has that quote of like, go as far as you can, see as much as you can, because you don't have as much time as you think you do, type of thing. That isn't the quote, but you know, you fucking get the point. And like, I don't know, I think it's that, you know, getting as much out of life as you possibly can, and keeping motivated while doing it. You know, sometimes life is a grind. Sometimes life is fun and fucking relaxing, and that's okay. You don't have to fucking constantly be grinding. You don't have to constantly be doing something. You can have a fucking relax, but as long as you're motivated to get back on track to doing it, then you're fucking fine. You know, you've got I mean, I'd like to say you've got more time than you think you have, and realistically you do, but I guess it's that thing of don't take it for granted, because anything could fucking happen. You know, like I say, I could wake up tomorrow, unfortunately, and have a fucking, I don't even know, brain cancer. I could wake up and something goes wrong. God forbid it happens to me. God forbid it happens to anyone. If there's anyone fucking listening, I wish you nothing but that good health. Yeah, this is I don't know, kind of a bit of a tangent, I guess. I've been thinking about it a bit today, and I've wanted to just discuss it. So yeah, this is me discussing it. Stay motivated, stay fucking locked in, I guess, but not like, accept the fact that you're gonna have days where you don't want to do shit. Accept the fact that you're gonna be okay. It'll all work out. Hopefully. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, put it in the comments. I'll respond. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.